Did you guys know that the Wheel of Fortune tarot is like the strongest tarot in my opinion now, or at least it feels busted. I love it. You might need a little bit of luck, but I love this tarot. So the way it works is at the start of the turn, you get a random buff from the Wheel of Fortune table. Unfortunately, you can't click this. Also, I know it says Course of Fortune. Here it says Wheel of Fortune. That says Wheel of Fortune. I think they renamed it, but it might be Course of Fortune if you're looking for it, even though I call it Wheel of Fortune. So, you're going to get a random buff. Now, if you have the ultimate ability, which I actually don't have, basically, instead of getting one random buff, you get 2 random buffs, which is really, really nice because you're kind of fishing for a specific one. However, multiple of them are pretty good. So, really quick, what are the buffs? So there are 6 effects you can get at the start of your turn. One of them is no effect. Now, that does kind of suck. This is just a stat stick at that point, which it's a waste. But 5 times out of 6, you're going to be getting something good. So increased damage dealt by 10%. That's overall. That's pretty good. Maybe not crazy, but it's good. Reduced damage taken by 10%. More situational because typically it doesn't matter, but it's still like nice to have. Another one is increase attack and defense by 8%, and you restore an energy at the end of the turn. Now we're talking. And then another one is at the end of the turn, heal all allies within 3 tiles by 10% of your magic attack plus your physical attack. Honestly, a pretty noticeable heal because it does magic and physical, so it's kind of good on everybody. It's not an insane heal, but it is good. But the final one, the 6th, deal piercing damage equal to 10% of your magic and physical attack to all enemies within a 3-tile radius. So you're only getting this 1 out of 6 times. But if you have this ultimate and you get 2 buffs, it's going to be roughly 1 out of 3 times. Did you know, one, the heal is good, but did you know that the damage you deal with Course of Fortune counts as it triggers passives and traits that require you to attack? It's kind of insane. So we're on Lash right now. I've already showed this video, so you can go look at that video if you want to see this specific example. But if you do the AoE damage with the Wheel of Fortune tarot, it will trigger her ability. So you'll see her do an AoE attack with the Wheel of Fortune, then you're going to see her do the 20% piercing as well after that. But it doesn't just work with Lash. It works with a lot of characters, and I guarantee there's characters here. I haven't looked at every character. I'm going to show you 2 examples. And so we're going to actually just go straight into them and look at these fights. I got them right here. You're going to see these are defeats. Probably my another you know how I am about Outlaw Archer, right? So Outlaw Archer here, let's take a look. So worth the note, it doesn't work on every character, but there are specific characters it works on. Where it'll work on certain types of abilities, but not all types of abilities. So Stormbreaker, for example, she has an ability that's after you attack, do an AoE spin around. That did not work on this. However, we're going to take a look here. So Outlaw Archer has a 70% chance to inflict 1 random level 2 attribute debuff. He also has after attacking, a 50% chance to do an attack down 2. And he also has, after attacking, inflicts physical defense down 3 for 3 turns. So first step is you actually have to roll this. So I actually don't remember if I did on this first fight or not. We'll watch this. So just 1 second. I don't think so. I think we're going to wait. I think it's once we get up top. Because this is the one I saved because I actually got it to work, right? But let's go ahead and speed up for a second. So I come right here. So let's do this. Okay, let's pause. So we just did the AoE attack. Let's take a look immediately at what happens here. So physical defense down 2, debuff, even though I didn't attack this guy. This character has the physical defense down 2 and attack down 2. This character has a physical and an attack down, and you have a physical and an attack down. So I am actually wondering if this one didn't trigger the trait, because these are all physical and attack. Well, no, because I think one of these characters had a magic defense down on the recording, if I remember right, and there was no other way to do that. So let me double check. It might be like, if we hit play for a second, it might be like the next round or something if we do it twice. Something like that. So let's see exactly what happens. I don't remember when we lose this fight. Okay, you're going to do it again. There we go. So now let's pause it. So now let's take a look again. Now, healing received down. So we actually just missed 4 times on that 70%. Now, vulnerable 2. I think that's because he got attacked, right? Vulnerable again. So the 70% is not proccing that much. But here we go. We got We did get the no healing received, which I don't believe we have any possible way to inflict that. Magic defense down, and well, you got scorched, so that's not connected, and vulnerable. So you can see here when that AoE is going off, he is triggering his trait, his skill, and his other skill. So everyone is getting guaranteed physical defense down. There's a 50% application of attack down, and although maybe these two are stacking basically, and like they're rolling this exact same stat, but you can see here we got the no healing received and the magic defense down as well. So that shit all works with the Wheel of Fortune AoE. That's fucking cool, bro. Now again, 1 out of 6 times. All these buffs last for 2 turns. I forgot to say that, but I should have said that. So once you roll it, once you get it to 1 out of 6, it means you're going to get it 2 times in a row. So next up is Enforcer. There we go. So we got it. So if we take a look here, this guy has 38 speed, 188 speed, 98 speed. So what we have on here is we have after attacking inflicts speed -3. And then when we do this, boom, AoE, we pause. Speed -112, speed -112, speed -152. So it absolutely triggers on concussion as well. So you can do an AoE speed down on this character. And sometimes he's doing an AoE heal. And sometimes he's taking less damage. Sometimes he's dealing more damage. Sometimes it does nothing. I actually think if you have the upgraded version, you can never get nothing twice. I think it's always 2 different ones. So I believe you always have 1 out of 3 to get the ones that you want, which is really good when they last 2 turns, because now it's like, you know, once you get it, it lasts 2 turns. So you can have almost consistent uptime of any one that you want, which is really, really cool. So I want you guys to try out some characters if you can. Think, what are other characters that you could think of that this would be really good on, that have potential that I haven't considered yet? I've tried to look through the most interesting ones, and for me, the AoE speed down was super interesting. And another one for me was Outlaw Archer, because of how many different debuffs he could do. He basically just turned into a Void Ripple, a mobile Void, like a Void Ripple, which is, but even like better. He was like Abyss, but arguably better in some ways. But what else is there? This is my new favorite tarot card. So I want to know, and if this isn't your favorite tarot card, what is? And give me some more ideas. What can we do with this tarot? Anyway, that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much for Platypus. Purplatypus. I'll see you on the flip-flops. Bye!
Platypus on the rise, watch the views go.